Hi, I'm Ricc Rollins, and this is Going Places, and we want you to come along. Let's go. Hello and welcome to this edition of Going Places. Have we got a show planned for you? Coming up on today's show, we'll go crafting with Karima Henry. We'll go to the movies with Alicia Stafford. We'll talk about the Black Business Bus Tour happening today with Candy Lowe and two of the vendors, Elizabeth Carson Racker and Denicia Benders. But first up, let me introduce you to two young women who've taken on their father's penchant for plants. It's Manny's daughters. Take a look. I am so excited to have these two young ladies with us this morning. Why? Because I watched them grow up, yeah. So that makes me old as dirt. Get it? That's dirt. Okay. But I use good fertilizer every single day. With us this morning are two of Manny's daughters. Won't you introduce yourself?
My name is Jamie. And I'm Brenda.
Okay. I have watched them grow up. Their father is a horticultural hero here in the Tampa Bay area, especially in the Heights. You knew him as Manny's.
It's in the blood. So, like he said, alongside of my dad, I worked for 19 years. I grew up.
She was one.
I was 1 year old when I was playing in the dirt. And he retired on us. He said he is done, and he really is, and he still does it at home. However, I stayed home for almost a full year, and I knew I had to get back out to doing what I learned to do and love, which is plant gardening. Yes.
And what about you?
So my story's a little bit different. I worked in corporate for 17 years, so as long as she worked with my dad. However, I think I got a green thumb. You know, I don't kill everything, but
Because you were telling me about this plant.
yes,
We'll talk about that.
yes, no, yeah. So I definitely, it's in the blood, like you said, it's in the blood. So I've learned to also love it, and I enjoy it. I enjoy gardening. Like plants, it gives you life. It really does. So I just started working alongside my sister, and this is so much fun. It doesn't even feel like work. So here I am.
Confucius says when you find a job that you love, you'll never work a day in your life. And so that's wonderful. And I was so excited when I saw you on my Friends at Great Day Live. I ain't no shade. I'm glad that I saw you all on that show, one of my favorite shows. Hey Java, and I said, God, they're doing this. We've got to do some things with them. And finally, here we are doing it. So tell me what we need to know about good plants for this season that we're in. It doesn't feel like it because it's cold today.
It's chilly today, y'all.
Yeah, but tell me, where should we start? If your yard looks ugly because winter beat it down,
Yes.
how do we bring life back to?
We have a fresh canvas. Spring means vibrant. It means color. It means butterflies. It means new. It means fresh. It means happy. It means joy. So guess what? We got the colors. We have the colors, and we have so many things for butterflies. Like we have watas. Brenda, tell them about our smelly things.
Oh, these are Confederate jasmine, and they smell absolutely amazing. It's a vine. You can put it in the shade, partial, full sun, and
Oh my God,
it's extremely
that's amazing.
fragrant. Like you don't even have to be a foot near it to be able to smell. The aroma is just magnificent.
is
So
Yeah.
it's a vine. You can use it as a privacy fence, and just
So does it grow fast or?
it's a very,
Very
fast grower.
fast.
You can put it on
Yeah, very
trellis,
fast.
on your mailbox, wherever you want. It'll take over, literally.
Yeah,
Wow.
it will. We have things like gaillardias. These things are pollinators for bees, for butterflies. It brings life into your garden. You know, you go out there, drink a cup of coffee, and you see all this, and
All
it
the
puts a
beautiful
smile
blooms,
on
yeah.
your face.
Wow. So what I want to talk about this plant again because we were talking about. I will not show you my palm, my little palm tree.
And
They
he's
look
not
in-
going to tell you what I did to mine
Yeah.
either.
But this was a stick with one leaf.
One lead, there's always hope, guys. I am a huge believer on talking to your plants, and I talk all these plants.
Oh, yes. My mother did that.
I
and
welcome,
do it
I
now.
welcome
I'm a
every
plant
single,
dad.
I welcome every single one of them. So yeah, so I mean, what we like to share, quick tip, we usually tell our customers to get a banana peel, and it will shine the foliage, and it's
Really?
it's not
So I shouldn't use some
No,
plant
'cause
shiner.
that has chemicals and toxins inside of it, and naturally, literally eat the banana, feed your body, and then feed the plant, and then you can
Wow.
even use the peel and throw it in the soil.
Yeah. And if you
Wow.
do have a fiddle that looks like a stick, don't be scared to just
Cut it back.
prune it. Just cut it 45-degree angle, and you will get new sprouts from wherever you just cut it, and you save a plant.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, one tip, you gave us pruning.
Yes.
Your turn. What's the tip? Don't give up on your plant?
Water your plants. Water your. That's a huge water.
That's
What
it.
What are you gonna do if you don't drink water? You have to feed your plants, and they like water. That's it. Give it what it needs. Once a week, twice a week, and the lighting. That's extremely important. If you
Yeah.
can't take a shade plant and put it in the sun because it is not going to thrive, you need to put it in the environment that it grows in. So my tip is water your plants.
And know where your plants thrive best.
Where they thrive
Absolutely.
best.
So it might not be that you have a brown thumb, it just might be the location.
Wow.
Simple as that, yeah.
Okay, so if there was one plant that you would suggest as if for people that want to become plant dads and plant moms.
Oh, the pothos. It's a
We
pot.
love
Or no, get it. Can we get it? Just get run and get
Okay,
it.
hold
Get the
on, go
snake
get it.
plant. Okay, so
Okay.
there's two. I always tell the
Papa,
easiest
because you
thing.
can't kill Papa.
You pothos or the snake plant right here. It's called the mother-in-law tongue or the snake plant. This it's almost like a cactus. You cannot kill it. You literally
can't kill it.
once a month. Same thing with this. This is a
You
pothos.
can't kill it.
Low
Yeah.
light, bathroom, indoor.
And
like,
guess what, guys? They're both air purifiers. Both of them. You can't lose.
Yeah, right
So
here.
here we go.
Can't kill it.
The pothos
And the snake plant.
plant. What's it called? The mother-in-law?
Mother-in-law tongue or
Or a snake
snake plant.
Okay. Well, I thank you for joining us this morning. And here's the good news. This isn't the last time you're going to see them. Look for tips every time they can. They're going to have their own segment on Going Places because we're going to go gardening with Mandy's daughters on Going Places. And speaking of Going Places, we'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Arlene. Welcome to Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. What's your coffee saying? Whether in for business or just getting away, let Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks be a part of your day. Life is moving, visible with color, sound, and community. Enjoy a cup of coffee at Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Coffee Speaks and Tea Talks. Enjoy life one cup at a time.
Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. Who doesn't love a good handcrafted card? Karima Henry is going to show us how to make a Mother's Day card that Mom will treasure forever. Take it away, Karima.
Hi, I'm Karima with Crafting the Fun Life, and today we are going to make a craft for Mother's Day. First thing you'll need is white cardstock, paint, a paintbrush, glitter, water, and recycled toilet paper roll. So, first thing you need to do is to either cut your toilet paper roll in half or leave it as is and kind of bend it to get this shape. Then you'll stamp, going to the wrong color, stamp it in your pink or any other color you like for your flower. We're gonna make some tulips today for our card. Dip it in there, stamp it. If it doesn't hold, you can flip it around and try and stamp it again. There you go. So it looks like this. Then you'll keep stamping until you get 3. Try to do as close as possible. Sometimes it won't cooperate, so you just kind of keep stamping and pressing on it. And there we go. And then we have 3, so it should look like this. Next thing you're gonna do is get our paintbrush and dip it into our green paint. We're gonna make our stem for our tulip. And now that we have that taken care of, it would look like this. Next, you're gonna get another piece of toilet paper roll and bend it again just like you did for our tulip and press it on your green paint. We are going to make the leaf. So dip it in, dip it next to the stem, press it down so it goes all the way, press it down again. This activity may get a little messy for your little ones, so make sure you help out. Once you finish stamping, it should look like this. So our flower's almost ready. Now you will need to dip, oh, I got a little paint on me, it's all right. Your paintbrush in some water, and then dip it on your flower. And that's how we'll color it in. No need to get extra paint. We're gonna use what we have from our tulip. So it'll look like this when you're painting. You're just getting the water and kind of dipping it in the flower. So it looks like this. And you're gonna do this until it's all colored in. You'll do the same for your leaf. It doesn't have to be perfect. Your mother will appreciate it no matter what. See, I've already messed up with the color, but it's okay. Your kids may do the same. I need a little more green over here. And then we're gonna dip it into the water, just like that. Color it all the way in. And now you are done. You have your tulip for your card. Next thing you need to do is get a marker, black, pink, whatever you want to use, and just write Happy Mother's Day. If you want to add a sticker on the outside, that's fine, but I think leaving it as is perfect. And then inside you can write a special message for your mother or that special woman in your life to honor her. And you can also add glitter, because I love my glitter. It can get a little messy, but that's fine. You can add a little glitter to your flower. Drop it off in that paper plate. And then we are all set. Hope you love this Mother's Day card. Thanks for crafting with me today.
When we come back, we're going to the movies with Alicia Stafford.
So that's what real style looks like. Ricardo's, West Shore Plaza.
I'm Alicia Stanford in Hollywood. Let's go to the movies. Nicolas Cage is starring as himself, sort of, in a quirky comedy, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
What did he say?
He says he loves you, but he went in a different direction.
I'm done. I'm quitting acting.
Ah, man, I'm driving through the hills. I'm sorry. One more time.
The fictional Nicolas Cage is going through a rough patch in The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
You've been living at the Sunset Tower for over a year.
They love having me there.
You owe them $600,000.
So when an unusual job comes along,
We got another offer. It's $1 million. It's to attend a wealthy gentleman's birthday party.
he can't refuse. The actor heads off to Spain to meet the super fan of all super fans.
Excuse me, is Javi going to want me to, you know?
I'm not sure I understand.
Look, it's Javi.
I am Javi.
Nick Cage.
And so begins an unusual friendship. The two men bond over a lot of different movie-related issues.
Is it too much? Is this supposed to be me? It's grotesque. I'll give you $20,000 for it.
And this
What is your third favorite movie of all time?
Paddington 2.
What? Paddington 2 is incredible.
Unfortunately, there's more to Javi than meets the eye.
What do you guys want?
We're with Central Intelligence. Do you know who you're spending time with? One of the most ruthless men on the face of this planet. I need you to help the U.S. government.
And now the action hero must put some of his big screen skills into play, spying on his new best friends. What ensues is a really twisted buddy story in which the actor bonds with the bad guy while also trying not to commit treason. The film shows Cage at his best, funny, quirky, self-deprecating self.
I'm going with you.
Mandalorian star Pedro Pascal is unmasked and amazing as the movie-loving villain. Tiffany Haddish brings some comical heat of her own as a CIA operative. There's a good chance Nicolas Cage could get a lot of awards nominations if the studio re-releases the movie later this year. Until then, stay safe and healthy in Hollywood. I'm Alicia Stanford, and that's what's going on at the movies.
Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. Candy Lowe in 2006 created the Black Business Bus Tour to make sure that minority businesses stayed afloat. I could give you the history, but who better to do so than Candy herself? Take a look at this interview. When businesses started to close, everyone worried about what small businesses would do. Everybody except Candy Lowe, because she knew that Black businesses would be resilient and she would do her part to make sure that they stayed in business. How? Because she does the Black Business Bus Tour. Won't you help me welcome to Going Places with Ricc Rollins, the one and only Candy Lowe. Thanks for joining us this morning, Candy.
Thank you so much, Rick, for having me. I'm excited to be here. And after the pandemic, well, we're still in the pandemic, but when the pandemic started, we had to put a halt to the Black Business Bus Tour, where we take motor coach buses, fill them up with 50 people on each one of the buses, and we ride out, Rick, to Black-owned businesses and patronize them. And I have to say, from day one, 2006, anyone has always been able to, if wanted to get on the bus. But because we knew we had so few small African-American businesses in our city, the goal was to patronize them and bring awareness to them throughout our city. So we are excited about this morning, throughout the day, where we're going out supporting Black-owned businesses in the great city of Tampa.
I understand y'all can't get on the bus. It's too late to get on the bus, but you can meet the other people that will be at the pop-up later, and Candy and I'll talk about that. And later in the show, you're also going to meet two of the businesses that Candy will be visiting as well. So Candy, you bring up an interesting point. When people talk about the Black Business Bus Tour, that we're going to Black businesses, everybody on the bus is not Black or brown. You have it is a plethora of ethnicities on the bus, because supporting small business is not about color. It's about making sure that the small businesses survive. Now, when you talk about Black businesses, sometimes they get the lower end of totem poles because funding is not in place and things of this nature. So you made the decision to say, not on my watch will anybody that is making an effort as an entrepreneur not have the support of this community.
Correct, Rick. And we know that during the pandemic, so many disparities came out to verify all of those things with our small African-American businesses. And I do know that in our city, we had so much support for our small businesses and for our small African-American businesses. And as well as when you mention about anyone is on the bus, absolutely.
Everybody from the mayor, city councilman, politicians, you've had some athletes, they all believe in supporting small. Because how do small businesses grow if the community does not support? Yes?
Absolutely. One thing I know for sure is economics and economic development help bring up a city, and it brings up those cities where those disparities are low. So we have been able to bring awareness to the businesses, and a number of those businesses since 2017 are still open and still thriving, not just because of the Black Business Bus Tour, because of so many people that have been supporting them and bringing awareness to where they are. I've often said that the Black Business Bus Tour is not just about that day. It is about us sharing those businesses when we come back, sharing next week, posting on Facebook, posting on Instagram, and doing videos about those businesses that you visited that day and throughout the rest of the month. So we're excited here in the city of Tampa.
The year, the decade, it is imperative that you don't just, like you said, you don't go when the bus is rolling, that you go when your car rolls too. But the bus is a wonderful entree. And I commend you because, so you said you started doing this in 2006. So this is the 16th year.
Correct, 2006, and in 2006 for almost 3 years, Rick, the Black Business Bus Tour was every third Saturday of the month. And now started several years back, we are down to 3 times a year because there's a lot go into it. The goal is to get back up to probably every other month here in the city of Tampa. And we want to say Tampa may be leading the country in supporting Black-owned businesses.
Well, this is Tampa Bay, so why not be a champion in supporting businesses? When we come back, you'll meet 2 of the businesses that will be on the bus tour when Going Places continues right after this. Welcome back to this edition of Going Places. We're talking with Candy Lowe from the Black Business Bus Tour, and we're now joined by 2 of the people that will benefit from the tour on this morning. So first up, you've seen her on the show before. I don't really need to introduce her, but I will. It's Elizabeth Carson Racker from Queen Fabrics and ECR Designs, and Denicia Benders, who is the stylist to the stars. We are so glad you're with us this morning. So let's talk, Candy, let me ask you one question first of all. So how are people selected for the bus tour?
Well, actually, the way they are selected now is when they see the flyer posted on Facebook, they just call me. Okay. We have been doing it long enough now in the city that they're waiting for the Black Business Bus Tour. But when we started the Black Business Bus Tour, I had to ride around the city looking for Black-owned businesses. Ride up to a plaza, look at the sign, beauty supply shops, boutiques to see if they were Black-owned. That's the way we did it in the beginning for years. But now it's that easy. It's that.
Business bus tour, they say I'm in. I get it.
Yes.
So that's a perfect segue in. So Elizabeth, you've been doing the Black Business Bus Tour for how long now?
Kenny, is it 4 years now?
Well, it's been close to that, but we could say 4 years.
Well, I've been in my shop for 7, so I think I started maybe 2 or 3 years in my space now. So it's about 4 years.
Okay, so how has it benefited you?
Yeah, I wish you could do it every month. It pushes us over, we're always money short for small businesses. Every penny counts. And getting people to the store is what really matters. And that's exactly what the Black Business Bus Tour does. So if we can have it every month, we'll make sure we make our quotas and make our rent, and everything will be paid on time. But when it is running, I jump on it. I try to get 2 buses if I could.
So what does Queen Fabric and ECR Design do for those that don't know?
Well, Queen's Fabric has been in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. I recently purchased in 2018, and I merged ECR Designs with Queen's Fabric. It goes hand in hand. They can come in, shop for fabric for the sewer or the person who's looking for somebody to sew for them, or they can come in and get my services, which is ECR Designs, and we can do a custom garment. They can pull the fabric off the walls, and we can get to work.
Nisi, tell us about your business.
Okay, so I own a hair salon, and I cater to all ethnicities of hair services. We're gonna jump right into services. So I do hair, makeup, lashes. I cater to weddings and things like that. Me and my team travel to any brides that's getting married, anyone that's having a birthday party, and they need a glam team. I'm your girl. I also decided to start an addition. So I now make wigs. So that has become an addition to my business the last, I want to say 3 years. So anything that has to do with extensions, making wig pieces. I help clients with alopecia grow their hair back. I make hair pieces for them, clip-ins, tape-ins, bundles, frontal pieces, you name it. Also, like you said, I can't sit still, so I have to have my hands in different pots. So I like to add little bonus, accessories. Like I have wig storage bags to store your wigs, blinged out flat irons and curling irons and things like that. And this will be my first year doing the Black Bus Tour, and I'm ecstatic because I actually asked Liz about this 2 years ago.
So the tour takes place this morning. For Candy, for those that are not on the bus, how can they still participate and support?
They can participate they can join us after the buses return at noon until 3 p.m. We're excited to have anyone that would like to come out for our pop-up, our business showcasing, supporting our African-American businesses. We have vendors, we have lots of food trucks, and we're excited to have everyone in our community joining us.
Before we go, I want to show you some memorable moments from last week's wedding with Matt and Natasha, shot by our own Kyle Dickens. Take a look. We're almost out of time, but I want to thank you for joining us. Remember that you can see encore episodes of Going Places every Saturday and Sunday morning right here on Tampa Bay's MOR at 5 a.m. You can also catch us on YouTube and streaming worldwide. For everyone here at Going Places, be blessed on your journey. We'll see you next time. Take care.